Alright, I think it's finally that time again. Full account review. Everything. We're going over every single thing in my main Genshin account, which I've been playing for a good 4 or 5 years now, I don't exactly know. But this account is very complete. In fact, I had a quick look back at my old account review, and I mean, it's completely different. In this past year, I got very heavily into completionist activities, and also I got a lot more characters built. So some of you have been asking for this, but I think it's time we have a look at my entire account. This is going to be a long one. We're going to go through everything from all of our completionist activities, like exploration, achievements, archive, stuff like that. Then we're going to go through my inventory, characters, and then we'll give them all a showcase as well. So we'll really get a full guide of someone who's put, a little bit of time into this game. Before we talk about how much time I've put into this game though, first let's see when we started. Okay, if I'm correct, it's month, so it's month, day, year. So middle of 2021. That is when I got into it, which is about 6 months, no, like 8 months after Genshin released. 8-9 months after Genshin released. So a little bit late to the party. But now that I'm looking at it, that is just over 4 years ago. 4 and a bit years ago, we got into this game. And sometimes I ask, why am I still here? But whatever. Okay. So as for the amount of hours I've put into this game, it's quite a lot. I first started out on PS4, which I would estimate I put around 500-ish hours in. I'm not exactly sure though, that's just an estimation. Then we got a PC and played through the Epic Games launcher, and that's where we put in just over 2,500 hours, which is already quite a lot. But I haven't mentioned, I moved on from that and I use a different launcher now, which I would estimate I've probably put another 1,000 hours into. Again, it doesn't tell me exactly. All up, it's probably about 4,000 hours in total. Yes, I know, I should get a hobby or something, whatever, it's fine. And honestly, maybe almost close to half of that has just come in this last year and a half alone. So, first thing I wanted to have a look at is we took a peek there earlier, but the character archive. Now, we're not going to look through every character today, so I'll just show you guys the ones that I have. And I mean, it's most of them, or not most of them. A lot of the early ones I didn't get. But I don't think there's anyone I still really want that I don't have. Like, none of these people, maybe a Zhongli. I mean, I know I don't have Zhongli, but there's no one else I'm really trying to get when they rerun. It's mainly just the new characters now. And we can tell that started around late Fontaine, maybe even start of Fontaine. Like I really didn't skip many people. I skipped these two. I don't really like Geo, Siegeween. I mean, who even got Siegeween? And Linny? I didn't want Linny either. And then in Natlan, I pretty much didn't pull anyone on rerun. Maybe Emily was the only one, I think, other than some constellations for people. But I only skipped Mulan and, Mizuki, if that counts. And they were the two I didn't really want. Everyone else I kind of just pulled when I wanted to. Oh, I also have every single 4-star in the game. Most of them are C6, I think, but I have every single one. And we also have the 6-star character Aloy. Yes, interesting. Okay. Now, you might be curious, what is my spending status in this game? And believe it or not, it's actually not that much. And I would say, look, you can go cap as much as you want. I pretty light spender. We'll say light spender. As for what I actually buy, I've been buying Welkin probably for a year, 2, maybe 3 years now. Something like that. I just buy Welkin, it's fine. I also get Battle Pass, but it's not too often. It mainly just helps with resin and Mora and stuff like that. And books and stuff. So I get Welkin and Battle Pass most of the time. But I don't buy every single Battle Pass. It's only a few of them. In fact, I can even prove that later on when we look at our weapons that we've chosen. I can see exactly how many times I've bought it. Now, as for packs, look, you might see a lot of the bonuses have been taken, but I'm going to be honest. I have topped up 1 time. I have only topped up once, and that was for Skirk. Other than that, I have never topped up in my life. All the crystals are from, here's the thing. The crystals are either from the Blessing in the Welcome Moon or from viewers. But realistically, I've only been topped up maybe 2-3 times. Nothing crazy. If I had to estimate the amount of Genesis crystals that have been bought on my account, I would say it's probably 25 to 30,000 total. Maybe 10,000 of them were me. I've bought this pack and this pack once. The other 20,000 were people that bought on my account. Now, as I went pretty hard in Natlan, I've also been... Look, I'm very broke at the moment. It's fine. We'll get heaps of pulls when we explore in Nod Cry. And the reason I'm able to have so many characters is because I farm pretty much every primo this game has. And this is where we get onto the completionist activities, as I have completed every single quest, of course. Ask me if I listened to them, I'm going to say slightly. Yeah, whatever. Still waiting for the skip button too as well. I also complete every single event, and I pretty much max every one of them out. Except Stygian Onslaught, I'm still trying to fucking get it. Okay, whatever, it's fine. I'll show this later, but we're very close to a difficulty 6 clear. Very close, but there's a few things that hold me back. Mainly ping as well. Look at my ping, yeah. Not coping. Other than that, we also have, 100% everywhere. I don't really have to show you, just believe me. Even in all the underground zones as well. Like, this is all 100%. I pretty much do it the day it comes out. I really enjoy exploration, so this is fine for me. As for if it's a true 100%, like every single chest, I don't think so. I think, Natlan I started trying to do a lot more and like actually 100%. But I think the old regions, I was just trying to like get through them. Will I ever clean it up? Look, probably not. All good. Now, I also think I've completed most of the world quests in this world. I'm not 100% sure, but every time I see a world quest, I start it and clear it. So, look, I'm pretty close, I would say. I also have like all of my tree of dreams and tablets or different things for all the different nations. They're all maxed and they're all overcapped as well. Obviously, you get it all from exploration. We also have every single reputation fully maxed, like all of these ones, and all of the other regions as well have max reputations, and have been for a very long time now. I don't know what else there is for exploration that I can mention. We've been to all tribal secret spaces. We've done pretty much everything we can in the world. Now, next I want to go on to something known as achievements, because a lot of people have 100%ed the whole world, but not a lot of people have got every single achievement there is. And that's me. I actually really enjoy a lot of the achievements, even though some of them are absolute fucking pain. Looking at you, stop gather time, all good. But I've had max achievements for maybe 5 months now, maybe a little bit less. And every time a new patch comes out, we complete all the achievements. Most of the big ones I also just got to basically done and then never touched them again. For example, the fishing ones, I've got a little bit over, but that's because I needed to farm some weapons. Also, good luck doing this achievement, this will take you years. TCG especially, I haven't 150,050 yet. Look, I haven't touched it since the day I pretty much got all the achievements. Now this section's actually at 89% because these two ones we actually can't do until 5.8. So we're going to have to speed run through that, but every other thing is 100%. Now we'll see it later, but I have quite a lot of Mora and people always ask how I have that much. And one of the answers is this right here. As for this, you have to spend about 3 months in the Blossoms of Wealth, which give Mora or books. I chose the Mora. So I gathered like 80 million Mora then, and now I'm just slowly going down. Also, the only other thing that I wish I started earlier was friendship farming. I could never be bothered with this, but I recently started and we're not looking too good. The reason I didn't start is because there's a lot of characters I don't have in the game. So I could never get it fully maxed, but I could get it pretty close. And as for my biggest damage in the game, we have, what do we have? 3.3 million. I've never really gone for it. I think that was Mavwika, if I had to guess. I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure there's like a local legend you can get like way more than this, but I haven't really gone for it. I can't be bothered. Now, that's achievements. And achievements are, most people are like, oh, I don't want to do achievements. That's going to take way too long. And you are right. But there is one more resinless thing you can do after that. And that is something called the archive farming. Now, this is another completionist activity, but this one really gives you nothing. Apart from your account looks a lot cooler. Basically, the archive gives you entries for every single thing you've unlocked. So you basically want to go through and unlock as many as you can, which is what I've done. I'm pretty much maxed out on all of them. We've fought every enemy. We've, seen every single animal in the game. We've completed the tutorials. We've done all the viewpoints in here. We've also collected every single book, which was, it was alright. Materials as well, we've collected one of them. This one was a hard one, the dishes. We're missing like 3, which we can't actually get. They're not, you actually can't get these ones. And the only other thing that we're not maxed on is in here. Now, weapons, I actually got every single one I could without spending money or wishing. Because wishing for weapons just for an archive entry seemed a bit brain dead to me. Especially the 5-star ones. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered. Maybe if I was a whale, I would do that, but look, it's fine. I got every single other one that you don't have to actually purchase with, money. And then also artifacts, we're still working on this one as well. I'm just being lazy, honestly. All we have to do is get a full set of like Thunder Soother, and there's a few others in there as well, which we're just being lazy on. I can't really, we'll do it when 5.8 comes out probably. But that took me a long time, and we now have 2,960 entries, which is quite a lot, and probably, more than 99.9% of Genshin players, maybe even more. So I think that's it for the completionist section here. I don't think there's anything else I want to mention. Main other thing I would say is I've pretty much completed every single event that's come out since like 2.5 or something, when I started playing daily. But I also plan to be even more complete by the next account review. I want to try and get my friendships up, which we're working on very slowly. I also want to finish the archive. And I also want to try and farm more materials in my inventory, or do something cleaner in there. Oh, and maybe build every character, but that's going to take a lot of money. So, shall we move on to the next section, the inventory. Now, I've done a little bit of pulling on the weapon banner, like a little bit. And for the most part, I'm going to be real, we've been pretty lucky. I haven't had a really bad streak of 50-50 losses. I remember when you also had to get 2 faint points for the weapon banner as well. I'm glad that's changed now, because that has made it a lot easier to get what I want. But I've been pretty smart for the most part. I'd only really pull on a weapon banner when both of the weapons are what I wanted. As for these other like Skyward ones, and I think I got most of these from the standard banner. I know I got this one from there, I think I got this one, and I also got this one. I think the Jade Winged Spear was one of our losses, and so was the First Great Magic. That's the only 2 I think were bad losses. Like where we didn't want the other weapon and we got it. And you might be wondering why I don't refine them either. Because I could definitely refine this one into here and this one into, where is it, for Bennett, here. But I never know when I might, need another Jade Winged Spear, or maybe someone wants a Aquila Favonia soon, I don't know. So I just keep them. As for the 4-star weapons, I'm basically only build them when a character wants them. I'll basically look at my new character and go, okay, what do they want? And then build the weapon based on that. Everything else sort of just, I just leave it there. We've got quite a lot of 4 stars though. This is actually something I want to get into more. Just like making one of every, weapon fully done or something. Like an R5 and level 90. But again, that will cost quite a bit of Mora and, materials. Also, another thing to mention now is that every single character is unique in their build. By that, I mean I don't switch anything. Except for like some very niche cases, I don't switch anyone's build. So everyone's weapon is theirs to keep, and everyone's artifacts are theirs to keep. So it sort of goes like that. Now, next we have artifacts, and I am on my locked pieces. We are saving up for a Varisa right now. This is fine. But if I go to all my artifacts, there's a good range of stuff in here. It isn't like I've just spent my life in one domain. We do have actually quite a lot of emblems still. I mean, I spent a lot of time in that at the start, but I have like some good range, I guess. Not a crazy range though. It's more tailored towards the newer things. I don't go back and farm the old sets very often. And there's some very good artifacts in here. We'll have a look at them later on people's actual builds though. I also only really keep like the best ones. I like to just sacrifice them if, they're not that good. I did also star 2 artifacts that I wanted to have a quick look at. Oh, there's this one here. So we got a 40 something piece. This is on no one because I don't have any Geo characters built. But eventually maybe, you never know. This will be, I have had this for years. Years and years and years. No one has ever wielded it. All good. And then we also have this one, which I'm trying to put on Farina. I mean, look, we'll look at her build later, but that's also a good piece. As for Sanctifying Elixir pieces, we have 3. I think there's also a couple more before they had the mark on them. We've probably made maybe 5. I think all of them have been goblets. And you'll see later we also have a bit more. We can do a couple more goblets if we want. That's the perks of, 100%ing everything. So next, materials. Now, this is looking alright in some parts and not in others. See, we're looking really good on Mora. We have 48 million, is that? Yeah, that's 48 million. But I build a lot of characters. I build a lot of characters, and I don't have a lot of books. I am always struggling to get new ones. I should have probably put half my time in the Mora, Wealth, Blossom, and half of it into books, but all good. As for Mora as well, we have been just slowly dropping. Like probably a month and a half ago, we had like 60, 70 mil. If you look back at my old videos, But we've just been we've been building too many characters, man. It's fine though, it's fine. The more is there for a reason. Now as for these other materials, we don't really farm them often. It's just from like 100%ing the world and doing other random shit, so there's a bit there. As for weeklies, we don't really farm weeklies too often anymore. I only really farm the new ones. The old ones, I haven't touched these in a while, because no one is probably ever gonna need these again. I mean, look, I have a good portion of them if anyone ever comes out that wants them, but look, the only ones I farm now are probably this one, and then maybe Arlecchino. And once I get a good enough amount, I'll just stop farming them completely. It's fine. Now, as for these boss mats, I mean, there's nothing really here. It's just like a few leftovers. Don't know why I have 16 of these. That's fine. Crystals, we're also very skewed on. The reason I say that is because, yeah, we have like a lot of crystals of like Geo and also Pyro and Electro. And then like Dendro and yeah, these ones aren't looking too good. Dendro and Cryo. It really depends on like how many characters we're building from each element. It's all good though, because we can just like convert it. So we can always just convert our Geo ones. It always works like that. I also have these diamond gemstones, which I've just thought about. I haven't actually used for some reason. So I'll have to use that at some point. Books, we get a bit from the battle pass, but like, look, I would love to be able to convert books over. It would be so helpful. Now, as for crowns, we have 33 of them, which is actually quite a lot. I do crown quite a few characters as well. I mean, I did tell you I've been farming every event ever. So I've got every crown for a good like 3-4 years almost. I think for the most part, people's talents are pretty much like, they're not changing. Unless I go back and triple crown a few more people, but I don't think I will. I think I'm pretty happy with people's talents. For this video specifically, I actually like tried to sort everyone's build out and get everyone up to scratch. So I think for the most part, everyone's chilling. We're not going to change builds. Other stuff, I mean, we just have like a few things here. Nothing too insane. Now, dishes. Nothing crazy in here, honestly. We've got a few apples, but like we've just got like one of every dish, I think, because of the archive. I haven't really gone for more. I know some completionist people like to get like a nice clean looking interface here, which I've thought about. I've also thought about just like eating my entire food stock because I never use food. I know there's a pouch you can do while you're in combat, but I like just never use food. Even if I'm doing like a showcase or anything, I just don't like temporary buffs like that. I just have never really eaten food like that. So then we go on to materials, and there's quite a lot in here. Billets, we're not looking too bad. The reason I don't have a whole lot is because I don't farm the weeklies as much. But it also doesn't matter because I have most of the weapons. Actually, I have every single craftable weapon. I don't have them all R5, but I have every single craftable weapon. Now, as for these rocks, we did a video a while back farming these rocks, and I mean, we've still got quite a lot now. So I probably don't need to touch them for a good while. I mean, I don't even know what we use them for. Other materials, there's nothing crazy. I did have an idea of trying to farm like every single one to, I don't know, like 200 so that we could build any character that ever wants any of these. But I didn't follow through with it just yet. Maybe, you know, maybe a bit later we'll get like a nice clean interface. As for these other things, I mean, these are mostly from just like cooking, 10,000 meat, I guess. Sure, I got a whole bunch of meat. I've got a whole bunch of wood as well down here. Sure, and then fish from the 2,000 fish achievement. So yeah. Gadgets. I don't know if we have every gadget, but we have close to every gadget. Some of them were like event specific from like 1 point something, so I probably didn't get it then. But for the most part, I mean, we have all the treasure compasses, we have, you know, waypoints, we have fans, we have, I don't know, like, what are these things? I don't even know. Next, we have quest items, which, I mean, do we care about this? I don't think so. Whatever. Next. And this is the precious items. This is somewhat interesting. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 birthday cakes, which shows I've been around for a little while. We also have 28 fragile resins still, which, I mean, we'll use that for someone, or probably 6.0 when a new domain drops, if it does. But for the most part, I just save these until, like, someone comes out that I really need to use them for. We also have 10,000 star glitter, which is, I mean, we buy a lot of stuff from the shop with star glitter, I'm going to be real. But, I mean, look, we don't actually need 10,000, so it's fine. This is just from wishing. We have 6 sanctifying elixirs as well, which is enough for a goblet and a half. It'll be a bit more, actually, once we get the new region as well. 2 dust of enlightenments as well. We're going to re-roll. I think I've got the thing we want to re-roll with it already figured out. Other than those, we have like dream solvents. We have, I mean, like one of these is always, we've got 1 extra. We have a whole bunch of pyro sigils waiting for the tablet to be unlocked to the highest level. All good. And that's pretty much it for the inventory. I mean, we have like teapot. I mean, I don't really focus on the teapot. I made like a thing or two in there. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So let's head on to the next segment, which is going to be characters. Now, as you might have seen, I have a lot of characters, and a lot of them are built. Some of them are really good as well. Some of them, not so much, but all good. Now, as for the characters, I got level 90. I don't like keeping them like 80. I know a lot of people keep them like 81 and stuff. I like just maxing them out. I've got a good portion, like one full page and then a bit more of level 90. As for characters I don't have built, there's a few. I mean, most of them are the 4 stars I don't really care about. There's a few I might have to work on, but most of them are just level 20 just to get that one free pull. Now, as for my standard bag characters, I don't have a whole lot. I'm going to be real, I'm pretty lucky. I have been pretty lucky in my pulls. So this is all of my characters. Some of them have constellations as well, remember that. Now, as for my standard banner characters, we have Mona, who is C4. She's probably the highest. We have Kaching, who is, Kaching C5. And then everyone else is, I mean, she's C0 Chi-Chi. She was the first character I lost a 50-50 to as well. Haven't pulled her in, I'm going to say this and I'm cooked now, but I haven't pulled her in 4 years probably. Then we got Jean C2, we got Tainari C3, and Daya C2. Still to this day, I don't have a Diluc either. Don't know how I've managed to do that, but I don't have a Diluc. Oh, and no Mizuki as well, but she really only just came out. So, everyone that I've starred here is everyone that's build is done. Everyone that I'm not touching, not ever again, but like, I'm pretty happy with them. I mean, I will go back and strongbox some people, but like, for the most part, I'm happy. Now, I think how we're going to do this is we're going to go through supports first, and then we're going to slowly work up, not in terms of strength, but in terms of my favorite characters. So the person we look at last will be my favorite. Not necessarily my strongest, but my favorite. So let's have a quick look at the characters. Let's start off with Xiangling. I need her for a couple of teams. I need her for a Kinich team. I need her for like an Ayato team if I play Ayato. There's a few others as well. I do also have her skin, which is, I mean, I don't know when that came out, but we got it. As for weapons, we have the Catch, which is R5. Don't even ask me how long that took to farm. Constellations, C6. I'm pretty sure most of my 4 stars are, apart from the really new ones. And talents are 2, 11, and 12. Now, onto artifacts. And this is like a little bit interesting, because she's one of the only characters that I actually change builds on regularly. For the most part, I keep her on Deepwood Memories, which is just a set like, I mean, it's got some decently, pieces in here. Nothing crazy though. Just Deepwood Memories, mainly just to get that Dendro resistance for Kinich teams. But I think I set it up properly. Yeah, I do. So I have an emblem set as well, which I also somewhat equip for, just damaging. And I mean, these are like my 4th or 5th best emblem pieces. It's just basically a whole bunch of ER and like some crit. That's basically it. She has 67, 119, which isn't bad. 270 ER though. Oh, and 119 EM. So not bad. Next, we can have a quick look at, we can go up the line. Bennett, his build is pretty ordinary. We went with Aquila, he is C6, and talents are 1, 11, and 13. Artifacts are nothing special. My Noblesse pieces aren't very good. It's just ER, mainly just ER and just some random like damage in there, maybe. I mean, look, 211 ER, it's fine for me, and I mean, that damage, he does a little bit of damage, it's fine, whatever. Bennett's mainly just there to buff our attack, and heal a little bit, sure. Next we have Xingqiu, who I don't actually use a whole lot of. In fact, he might be lower in Xiangling on emblem rankings, I'm not sure. I mean, I will pretty much always choose Yelan over him, so look, it's fine. He's builds like, he's got Sack Sword, R5, C6 of course, 1, 11, 12. Artifacts, he's also an emblem, and I mean, there's nothing crazy in here. It's just like, these are my like, not bottom of the barrel, but like average emblem pieces. Just, he's on set. That's interesting. That's not bad. So all up, he has 57, 141, 250 ER, which might be a little overcapped, but like, it's fine. I don't even use this guy, honestly. Next up, we have Fischl, and Fischl's build's not bad. I use her quite a bit for Clorinde teams mainly, who I do quite like Clorinde. So I've put a little bit of time into her. As for weapons, she gets the Skyward Harp, which a few people want, especially, I can't see him here. Tainari wants it though, but I have told him no. Fischl gets priority over you. Constellations, she's C6 of course, and talents are 1, 12, and 10. Artifacts, she is on Golden Troop, which she only recently went on, But the pieces are pretty good. I mean, that's like, what, 40 something? No, not quite 40. She's behind a few people, obviously, as well. She's behind like Farina and Escoffia. But she still gets like some EM in there. Like, this isn't bad. Some EM, some crit. Again, Electro, I mean, that's on set. Electro, pretty decent piece. And then this one, also not bad. ER, sure, I guess, fine. All up, she has 250 EM with a 81 167, which is pretty decent for my official. So she definitely does a decent bit of damage there. Next, we have Kujo Sara, who I only use for Raiden teams, but I mean, her build's okay. I did recently, she was fighting for Skyward Heart, but I decided to make her independent and move out on her own and get Moon's Moon. So she has Moon's Moon, C6 of course, and also talents are 1, 13, and 8. I wanted to like maximize my Raiden's damage. That's what I really wanted to do with her. Yeah, also C6 gives like 60% crit rate, so look, I really wanted that. Artifacts, I believe she's just on Emblem. Just some, I mean, she's probably the lowest ranked. She's just on like whatever Emblem pieces, really. Like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, enough ER, 188 to get her burst back, and also, I mean, some crit. She'll do a little bit of damage with her burst. And the second to last 4-star support is Ian-san, who's someone I built actually recently. I need her for a few teams, actually. She's quite a good support. She works quite well with Verisa. So I gave her own build. She has I'm not even going to pronounce that, R5 though. She also has C6, of course. Like, I've pretty much got everyone C6. Talents are also 1, 10, and 12. I could maybe get this one up one more. Can't really be bothered. As for artifacts, she's pretty much just holding scroll. Nothing crazy in here. Like, it's just attack, scroll. Like, I haven't even given her any crit. Attack, attack, attack. What, 100 EM? Sure. And sure, just flex with this piece, I guess. It doesn't even matter. She just has 2700 attack with a 135 ER. We'll say that. I could work on getting her attack a little bit higher, but like, realistically, it's not that bad. Like, we get a bit there. It's fine. She's fine. Now, last support we have that is a 4-star is going to be Rosaria. Rosaria doesn't get much use anymore. In fact, I don't think any. She was being used in my Ayaka team for a long while, but she got overtaken by a few new cryo supports. But still, she's built. She has Favonius Lance, R5. I have like 3 of them. She gets the level 81. This is the only one I would... Look, can I get it up right now? I can't. Whatever. It's fine. I don't like having things at level 80, but... It's fine. I don't even use her, honestly. Constellation, C6. Talents are 1, 11, 11. And she's on Blizzard Straya. She's on the, like, average Blizzard Straya build. Like, she has onset stuff, so it's fine. She's... Yeah, that's a good enough build. She was mainly just funneling energy for Ayaka when I used her, but now she just sort of sits on the sidelines. Now we're going to not go up the line. We're going to skip around a bit in my 5 stars. We're still going to start with supports, but probably work our way upwards this time. The thing is, some supports have just like got lost in the meta, been overtaken by people, especially on my account. And the first one we're going to start with is Kokomi. She actually doesn't get any use anymore, really. I still actually really like Kokomi, but I mean, I can't put her any higher. She doesn't get use at all. Farina overtook her on freeze teams, and ever since then, she's just sort of been sidelined, but all good. As for her build, it's Thrilling Tales, she has no constellations, and she is 8, 9, and 8. Artifacts, it's a bit of whatever tenacity. Like, I literally just put on whatever tenacity with some HP in there. HP and ER was really my main focus, so she has 32k HP and 176 ER. Maybe in the future I come back and like try and give her a damaging set. Maybe, there's a slight chance, but not very high at the moment. It's fine. Okay, next let's go on to Sitlali. Again, I don't actually dislike Sitlali at all. I actually use her in quite a few teams. It's just that her build isn't too interesting. I did get her weapon for her, actually. So I do have her maxed out weapon. I do have no constellations, and talents are 1, 10, and 8. So I crowned her shield. I do like her shield quite a lot. Artifacts, I have 4-piece scroll, and like the pieces are just like EM, attack, EM, attack, EM, or EM, sorry, EM again, and EM. It's just EM stacking, so she has 1,123 EM, and 165 ER as well. That gives her enough to get a burst. Also, quickly, someone I skipped over was Mona, who also doesn't get any use, really. Yeah, she has no artifacts. She was getting used for a little bit with the noblesse and just like for skirk damage, but I use Yelan now. Yelan's just so much more fun than Mona for that team, especially normal attack playstyle. But every now and then I'll like give her a build if I want to do like a lot of damage, which not very often. So next support is someone also that has been, yeah, thrown off a little bit, and that's Shan Yun. In fact, I might even put her a bit lower than those other two. I did really like her when she came out. I like her ability to hop around. I did used to have her on Nuvalet's team, but then I just used Kazuha because I didn't really need her healing when I had Shillanen. So, I mean, her build, it's like Prototype Iambar, we have no cons, and 1, 8, and 9. Actually, when she came out, I was very much considering getting C1 to give her an extra charge, but I decided not to. And I'm happy I did, actually, because I don't use her as much anymore, so it doesn't matter as much. As for artifacts, there's nothing crazy. It's just ER and attack, really. ER, attack, ER, no attack, ER with attack, attack ER, and probably attack ER, yeah. So all up, she has 2.6k attack, 182 EM, and 180 ER. That's enough. I still do like Shan Yun a bit, but like, I need to find a team that she really works in. Actually, I've made a mistake. I just remembered why I have her higher than the other two, and it's because she's in Varisa's team. I completely forgot. She does still get use in Varisa's team, it's just she doesn't get use in Nuvalet's or anyone else's now. So I'm sorry, Shan Yun, I didn't mean to do you like that. You're still good. Okay, next up on the supportive list, we have Shillanen. Again, her build's just kind of whatever. I mean, she's really strong for most of my teams. She is Geo as well, like literally maybe the only Geo character I have built. Yep, she's the highest Geo character until Noelle at level 50. I don't like Geo. I don't like Geo, man, whatever. But Shillanen, I do like her design. I do like how she moves around the map. But her build, it's like, I got her weapon for her. It's good. No constellations. Talents are 1, 10, and 8. As for artifacts, it's a scroll again with just defense, isn't it? Defense 26%. I mean, that's a lot. 21% defense. Just some ER with defense, ER defense, and yeah, defense 28% with healing bonus. Honestly, how do we do so well at rolling defense? Like, this is just one line in all of these. And somehow, okay, whatever. It's fine. Her build's actually really good. All up, she has 3.9k defense with 126 ER, which is enough. Oh, and that's with a healing bonus circlet as well. So, yeah. Not bad, Shillanen. Okay, next. This is an interesting one. He is a main DPS, but he does fall below a lot of supports. Skara. Now, Wanderer, I like his design still. I really like his design. His playstyle, I don't have a shielder that like works great with him. And he's just not very strong anymore. I still really like him though. But I can't put him any higher because I don't even have a team built around him anymore. I do have Widsith R5 on him, no cons, and 8, 10, and 8. I did crown the middle one there. Artifacts, I farmed a 4-piece Desert Chronicle about 2 years ago. Never touched it again. So I think I literally have those 4 pieces and that's it. 5. Okay, I have 5 pieces of Desert Chronicle. And I mean, the pieces aren't bad. It's like a 42. That one's not bad. That one's eh. I know this one's going to be shit, isn't it? Yeah, this one. Okay, this is the one I couldn't figure out. If the Sanctifying Elixir was out back then, I would have done that for there, but all good. And then we just have like a whatever attack and crit damage. It's offset, but it's like probably my 10th lowest crit rate one, but whatever. I mean, he still works. If I got Zhongli or something, it would be a lot more fun. But I mean, look, he has a 75, 182, which isn't bad. It's not a bad build. It's just kind of scuffed and I don't really use him anymore. Alright, next, we are going on to probably a Scoffia here. A Scoffia I like quite a bit. Her build, again, it's kind of boring, but she brought back Freeze for me, which, I mean, she brought back my Ayaka, and she also made Skirk insane. So her build's decent. I did not get a weapon. I got Favonius Lance R5. I kind of need it. I was using Staff of Homer for a bit, but I just needed the ER. No cons either. I don't think I have any cons on 5-star supports. Talents are also 1, 9, and 8. I do actually, she's one of the people I still want to get a little bit higher. Wait. Oh, is the gears I'm out of. Yeah, I'm still just farming the gears slowly because I want to get this up to probably 11. I'll probably take it to 11. I mean, I got the Mora to do so why not? As for artifacts, she is on Golden Troop and she gets 2nd priority, I think, or like joint 1st. Her pieces aren't bad. This is a good piece, ER and a bit of crit. Then we have more crit, ER, attack. This is a really nice piece, actually. It's what, a 42 with ER and attack? Okay, okay. Next we have attack on set. I mean, 3.5, 21. It's fine. It works. Goblet is, I mean, I'm pretty sure we didn't get this one from a Sanctifying Elixir. No, we didn't. It's an attack on set. It's pretty good. It's like just under 40, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. At least we didn't have to waste a elixir for this. And last we have crit rate 14 and 11 ER on crit damage. So all up, her stats are she has 2.16k attack with a 61 203. Now, taking into account, we play her in freeze teams, so that goes up by another 15 for Cryo Resonance, so that is 76. I could still try and get it a little higher, but I mean, I'm happy with that for now. 76 is fine. Alright, so next, we go on to someone known as Farina. I like Farina. She's a fun character. I think her build is pretty good as well. I think I stole like 1 or 2 pieces for a Scoffier, but it's fine. Her build's still pretty good. She has Fav Sword R5, she has no cons, and she is also 1, 10, and 10. As for artifacts, again, Golden Troop. We have like some pieces. I think we have a little bit of an issue. I'll explain it later. But this piece is pretty good. 20% HP with some crit. I mean, can't complain about that. Next we have, this piece is really nice. That's one of my greatest pieces on this account. What is it? It's like a 43, 44 crit value piece. Yeah, 44 on set. Sure. I mean, yep. Next we have HP. Yeah, this is my issue here. So it's not like horrible. It's 26 crit and 9.7 ER. The problem is that's my offset one. My onset doesn't work for our build. I need an onset one, and then I could run the offset one I showed earlier, if you remember, which was like a 44 again. Wait, why can't I do that actually? Okay, guys, I just did some things. I just made my Farina like 10 times better. I don't know why she was on. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I just made my Farina like actually 10 times better. I'm not even kidding. This piece, still the same. This is a good piece because we don't have much HP in the rest of the build. This piece, really good. I mean, like a 44 or something like that. Then what I did is, this is the only bad piece. We need that crit rate though. It's like 9.3 crit rate and ER. I mean, look, if we could get a whole, but we need the crit rate though. I'll show you later. If we just had that with like, I mean, if that defense was just, you know, crit damage, we would be perfect, but all good. Or even HP, honestly. Next we have, this is the piece earlier. This is the 44, sorry. Oh, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we have 2 pieces that are the exact same. We have this one here, which is like a, let me do the maths actually. So that's a 44.4 right there. And then this one is 0.4, so it'd be 0.8 lower, which means it is a 43.6. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. None of the other stats we really care about either, so, I mean, this one we probably go with. And then finally we end on, I realize we can switch to a crit damage. We can switch to crit damage with 13.6 crit rate, 9.7 ER. This is a build. I think the reason I had it on another build before was because I needed the ER badly, but I think this works now. We have 42.2k HP with a 73 169 and 182 ER. I'm actually curious how much better our Farina just got because of that. That is maybe one of my best builds on my entire account. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, okay, so before it was 72 158. So we literally just got 10 extra crit damage and I think more ER and HP? I'm not sure. Whatever, it's a good build. Okay, so next, now we go on to, I mean, he's a boring build. I like his character. It's Kazuha. He still gets quite a lot of use, actually, especially my Nuvalet team, and I mean, a lot of my teams still use him. As for his build, it's mostly just EM. I gave him R5 Zyphos Moonlight, which is his second best in slot. I mean, I think after his signature. Constellations, none either, and talents are 9, 9, and 10. I might actually triple crown him at some point, but look, I think I need a... Oh, I could do it right now, but look, I'll save my Mora. Artifacts, I mean, it's just Viridescent. It's just Viridescent with EM and ER. So EM here, more EM here, EM, EMER, EMER. That's about it. So all up, he has 959 EM, not quite 1,000, but it's close. And the ER is 134, which is enough, usually, with Zyphos Moonlight. Also, why does he look so angry? Hello? Kazuha? Is he meant to look that angry? Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, he's having a bad day. Alright, next we go on to Nahida. Now, Nahida also doesn't get a whole lot of use anymore. She gets a bit, but nothing crazy. She still works in like my Clarin team a bit, but nothing crazy anymore. I went for like a hybrid build, so she's like sort of half and half. I'll show you later. But we have R5 sack frags, which is good. No constellations, and talents are 8, 10, and 9. Artifacts, we are on Deepwood Memories, and I mean, the pieces are pretty good. I mean, this one is a 44.4 crit value piece with 12.3 ER. I mean, that's, look, it's a pretty good start. Then next we have, this piece is interesting. We want to run, I think, another one, but I think someone's using it. I don't know, but this one works. It's EM, ER, crit damage. It's nothing crazy, and attack, I guess. It's a good, well-rounded piece. Sure, Copium. Okay, next. This one's pretty good. It is a 37.3 crit value piece. It is offset though, offset EM, but whatever. The next one is interesting. I mean, it's not actually that bad when you look at it. I do have another Dendro damage piece, but this one works out to be better because it gives me EM, which is good, and some crit damage. And then finally, we have crit rate, crit damage, EM. Yeah, this is a really nice piece as well. Nahida's build is actually one of my best. It's like a hybrid one, so it's weird because she has 662 EM with a 61 131. So she does some damage and also buffs as well. So she works. She definitely works. Okay, next we have the newest addition to my account, also another Dendro character, Emily. Emily I quite like. I quite like Emily. Maybe it's recency bias as well that I've got her this high up for a support, but whatever, I'm happy with it. Now, as for her build, I've actually changed it recently. So she is level 90, Staff of Homer, level 90. She's using this for now for damage. No constellations, talents are 1, 9, and 9. Maybe to get this up later on, I'm not sure. Now, artifacts. It's not bad. There's one piece that's really shit, I'm pretty sure, and then everything else is good. So starting off, we have, oh, that was the, okay, you know what? I meant to click the flower, but look, this is the one bad piece I was talking about. It's onset and attack. Like, that's all I needed it to do. Whatever, okay, let's go back to here. This is a bit better. 11.3 crit rate, crit damage, and 15 attack. Pretty good, pretty good. I would like to use Skirk's piece as well, but Skirk is stealing my flower for now. We'll show her build later. As for the feather, it's pretty good as well. 10.5, 11.7, and more attack. Like, we can't really complain about that too much. Oh, I did forget to mention, she's now on Unfinished Reverie. That's what she changed from Deepwood to. This one we saw, and this one is, it's decent. ER 12.8 crit rate and some crit damage. My Dendro goblets in general are pretty bad, so this is the best offset one I had. Now, as for the crown, it's decent. 20.2 crit damage, 11 ER, crit rate. It works. So all up, she has 2,000 attack with a 73 200, which is pretty good, honestly. I mean, we could do a little bit higher on the crit rate. Also, ER could be a little higher, but like, it works. In fact, I might even need to take her off Staff of Homer and give her Fab Lance when I need more ER, but it works for now. This is just damage. Okay, next we're getting into a DPS. And this one, I mean, we already showed Skara, but he's my second least used DPS. Although I still like him, man, it's Ayato. Also, I think for the most part, we are now onto mostly DPSs or sub-DPSs, so no more supports. But Ayato falls a little behind. I mean, he works in like a vape team, kind of. But, you know, I mean, his build's actually really good now that I'm mentioning it as well. I think, by the way, on the Akasha leaderboards, he is my highest percentage character. The only reason for that is because he's on Shimenawa's. I'll show it in a second, though. Now, he is on the Black Sword, which works for him, but it's not ideal. We want something with a little bit more crit rate, but Black Sword works. Constellations 0 as well, and talents are 1, 9, and 8. We could crown it, but I don't really use them a whole lot anymore. Now, artifacts, Shimenawa's. He has my best Shimenawa's piece. I think he is the only person on this account that uses Shimenawa's as well. So the reason his artifacts are really good is because it's all for him. So starting off, we have 16.3 attack, 12.8 crit rate, and 5.4 crit damage. That's a pretty good piece. That's a very good piece. Next, we have something light, like a 8.6 crit rate, 24 crit damage, attack and ER as well. So, I mean, it works. It works. It definitely works. Next we have attack on set, 7.8 crit rate, 21 crit damage, like a 36 or something like that. Nothing crazy, nothing bad, whatever. Next we have Goblet, and look, he would be a bit higher if we decided to change his Goblet. Actually, I think the reason he was the best on my account in terms of Akasha leaderboards was before I changed his Goblet to this. Because spoiler alert, there's 2 other better Goblets that he would like, but he is not allowed them, so he can get this one for now. And then finally, it's crit rate, crit damage, attack. Pretty simple, pretty simple. All up, he has 1.8k attack with a 96 186, which is a pretty decent build. And you might also be wondering, why do you have him on Shimenawas? Because it's not his best set, or not even close. In fact, no one even in these uses Shimenawas. The reason is because, first of all, no one on my account uses Shimenawas, so I had to give someone my best pieces, right? But the major reason is also, Echoes doesn't work. I did farm a set of Echoes, but Echoes you need to have low ping for. And I showed you before, my ping is not that low. I cannot do that. And as for Gladiator, I really don't have any pieces. I just don't have good pieces. Same with Heart of Depth. I just don't have pieces for him. So Shimenawas works. It works. So whatever. I'm happy with it. Right, next. Next, we're going on to a little step up in my characters. Where is he? He's here. The Riz Boy. Now, I actually like his design quite a lot. His playstyle's a little clunky still to me. I don't love it. It's fine. It works. His build's also decent. I fixed him recently. So he works. He definitely works. Before then, he wasn't getting much use at all. But now he gets a bit more use. So his build, he has the Flowing Purity. R1, no signature. But we do have Constellation 1. This is the first Constellation we have on a 5-star. His Constellation 1 basically, I'm going to sum it up in easy words for you. It makes him a lot more fun to play. It basically just fixes his kit, honestly. Just, I mean, like, I don't know what they're thinking. They should have just included this in the kit. But anyways, talents are 9, 9, and 6. Now, as for artifacts, we are on Marasasi Hunter, of course. And the pieces are, I think they're decent. I haven't looked in a while. Yeah, this is decent. 10 crit rate, 7 crit damage, attack. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Next, we have 6.6, 23 with attack. Again, that's not a bad piece. Can't complain about that. Next, we have attack on set. I'm actually not too... 19.2 HP, sure. Maybe a reroll would go good on that, but that works. It definitely works. Next, we have cryo damage bonus, and it's interesting. It's not the worst thing you've ever seen. 3.5 crit rate, 17 crit damage, and some attack in there. But he doesn't get the first, second, or third pick. No, I think he gets the third, actually. I think he was on the 4th pick, but I think he's stepped above Rosaria recently. And then finally, we have crit rate, crit damage, attack. Nothing crazy. Okay, his build's not amazing. It's not amazing, it's not bad. It's just like average. All up, he has almost 2k attack with a 62 167. Again, adding in the 36 crit rate from Marasasi, that's what, like a 98? So technically we could go a little bit lower on the crit rate, but I mean, that works, whatever. Alright, next. And now we're starting to get into some good territory. Like, these people are all very, very strong. In fact, it might be the strongest character in the game. Mavwika. Now, my Mavwika is actually very fucking scuffed. In fact, I don't actually like her playstyle too much. Again, she's a broken meta unit. I have her built, but like, I don't use her a whole lot. Her like spinning bike, it's not my favorite. She also doesn't get my first or second. I think she gets 3rd picks on the artifact for her set. And because of that, her build's a little scuffed. But anyway, we do have her weapon, R1. Constellations, we have none, which I'm fine with. I'm not going to get any more. And talents, we have 8, 8, and 10. Now, artifacts. We are on Obsidian Codex, which, remembering, gives crit rate of 40%. But she doesn't get to pick over... Who is it? She doesn't get to pick over Kinich or Chaska. She gets the 3rd picks, which isn't... It's fine. So anyway, she has... I mean, this piece works for almost 60 EM with some crit in there as well. And then some ER. Wait, ER? What are we talking about? It's Mavwika. All good. Next. This one's pretty good as well. I mean, I don't know exactly where Kinich is on this one, but this is a pretty good piece. Like 42? No, I don't think that's right. It's like 39 or something like that. And has EM, so this is probably her best piece. Next is attack with 21 crit damage, and you'll see later that this is probably the best piece for her. Even if we try to yoink Kinich's piece, I don't think it would work for her, but whatever. So next we have offset. We haven't given her an onset pyro. This is alright. I mean, I do have this onset one, which is 6.6, 13, you know, thing. This one just gives a bit more crit rate. It also gives EM and attack, so I think it's just more useful for her. So anyway, this works. Whatever, it's fine. And then finally, we have crit rate with crit damage, 21 EM. It works. Now, the reason I said her build was scuffed is because, I mean, she has 138 EM, but she has 66 191. Which, if you remember before, I said we get 40 crit rate, which means we're at 106 192, which is overcapped by 6.2 crit rate. We are probably, look, I'm not done with this domain yet. I'm going to come back for this domain, probably in the next, or all through 5.8, I'll probably be in this domain. So hopefully by the end of it, I mean, everyone's build will be better, because there's 3 people I like in here that I can get better. I could also, I don't think I have a crit damage. Yeah, I mean, Chaska has it, but look, we could try and work around this crit damage if Chaska lets us later on. But anyway, that's my Mavwika. She's not bad. She's not great. She's still probably one of the strongest of my accounts, even with a shitty build. I just don't love her playstyle, so that's why I haven't gone full in with her. Next, actually only a small step up from her, but I still think I enjoy her, is, where is she? Chaska. Now, I actually wasn't enjoying Chaska a whole lot. She is only Friendship 3 as well. But recently I've sort of, not reignited the spark, but I mean, look, she's a lot more fun to me to play now. So she is level 90. We have the first great magic, which is obviously her bow. Of course, it fits so well with her theme. It's definitely not, okay, whatever. Constellations none, and talents are 1, 9, and 6. Could also get this a little higher. Maybe we'll work on that later, don't care. So, Obsidian Codex. Now, she has priority over Mavwika. Even though she's a lot weaker of a character than Mavwika, she gets priority, because fuck it. So this piece, pretty decent. Crit rate, crit damage, and attack. This is a good piece. Some ER in there as well. Next, we have 6.6 and 21.8. Actually, I could, if I really wanted to, I could switch her with Mavwika and give her a little bit better, but I don't think we really need to. Next, we have attack, which is decent. I mean, a little bit low rolled here, but that's all good. 33 crit damage, can't really complain about that. It's like high 30s onset attack. Actually, you know what? I just looked. It's not onset. All good. That's fine. And actually, that crit rate being higher, roll doesn't matter. I'll show you guys why again later. So next we have attack, which is onset. And this one's not bad. 17 ER, crit rate, crit damage. I might even reshape this one later down the line. I have reshaped it before, haven't I? So look, surely it doesn't all go into like crit rate and ER again or whatever the fuck. All good. And then last but not least, we have crit damage, crit rate, ER. This is fine. A little bit much on the ER, but it works. It definitely works. We don't need much crit rate here either. So all up, she has 2.2k attack with a 57 to 53. Again, remembering that she gets 40 crit rate, so it's basically a 97 to 50. With 153 ER as well. I think it's both her weapon gives crit damage. Yeah, that gives crit damage, and so does the timepiece. So double crit damage. I mean, that's a lot of crit damage. So I'm slowly liking Chaska a bit more. I'm still going to work on her build, obviously, when I go back to farm this domain more. So this is still a work in progress as well. Also, I think Chaska was number 10 in line. So we're now going down to number 9, who is the only one left that isn't a full-on DPS. Yelan. Now, Yelan's probably still one of my favorite characters. She's used in like quite a lot of teams still as well. I also will definitely be pulling her skin when it comes out in 5.8. And I might even try and work on her build a little bit more. I mean, it's good, but I could do a little bit more, I feel like, as well. She does have her signature, Aqua Simulacra. She doesn't have any constellations. I could get C1 to just help with ER, but we'll figure that out. Talents, we also have 8, 9, and 10. Now, artifacts, she is on Emblem, and I'm pretty sure she gets second best Emblem pieces. Yeah, she does. So starting off, we have 6.6 crit rate, 22 crit damage, and 12.3 ER. Good piece, pretty good piece. Next, we have 10.5 crit rate and 13.2 crit damage with some HP in there. Again, not a bad piece. Happy with that. That'll work. Next is, again, it's like the exact same piece, honestly. Just a little bit less crit rate. It's onset ER, though. I think there is a better ER one, but I mean, this one gives HP, and I mean, I can't steal from Raiden, so it's fine. And next, I recently changed this one, but this is hers now. This is one of my best goblets in the game, with 13.2 crit rate and 14 crit damage. I'm pretty sure it's 40.4, if my math remembers correctly. I did have this on Nuvalet for a long while, but I actually changed it recently, so yeah. It's pretty good though. Next is crit rate, crit damage, and HP. We didn't get a whole lot of HP in the rest of the build, so this is good. I also do have like a couple of HP pieces here if I ever want to like go HP timepiece, but I think this works for now. So all up for a build, she has 32k HP with a 92 to 17 and 184 ER. She has quite a bit of ER. I mean, she's mainly in solo Hydro teams. Not this one, the Skirk one, but most of them she's solo Hydro, so she needs that much. If we got C1, we could definitely cut that down by quite a bit, but this works for now. This is a pretty good build. Let's go into our next, and this one is an interesting one. Verisa. Now, I quite like Verisa. I like her playstyle. I also like how fast she is in the overworld. It's really fun to explore with. I did show earlier that we have artifacts prepared for her, and it's mainly because her builds, it's still a little scuffed. But anyways, we have Lost Prey to the Sacred Winds, which is good. We have no constellations, and we have talent at 10, 6, and 9. Now, as for artifacts, we have the Long Night's Oath, which the pieces are good, but not amazing. This one, 3.1, 21 with 11 ER. Next, we have 10.9, 14.8. This one's pretty good. Probably not going to change this one when we roll more pieces. Next, we have Attack, which is offset. This one was on my Ayaka for a very long time, but I may have stolen it. Whatever. It's also like a 40 crit value with ER, so not bad. Now, the Goblet, it works somewhat. I'm pretty sure, did I already reshape this as well? I think I already reshaped it, or am I about to reshape it again? Either way, it just didn't roll great. It's a lot of crit rate, and yeah, it's fine. And finally, crit damage with nothing. Yeah, so we actually need to work on that quite a bit. I do think we have one in there somewhere, but look, it has attack, I guess, but like, whatever. All up, we have 1800 attack, 107 EM, and also 87 184. I mean, the ratio is pretty good, honestly. It's just some of the pieces could be a bit better. And I'm sure when we roll all our artifacts we've got, it will get better. Okay, next, we're moving over to her neighbor, Ayaka. Ayaka I still like. I don't use her as much anymore. I still really like her. I did buy her skin for her, and I mean, look, it looks quite nice. Her build also hasn't been updated in probably maybe 3 years. Apart from when I took Verisa's Goblet, I guess, so that's about it. So she has Amanoma R5. I am actually still trying to get Miss Splitter for her, but it hasn't come back on the banner for a very long time. Constellations, we have none. I might get some down the line, maybe. I mean, she's still, maybe not. And talents are 9, 8, and 10. Ayaka was also my second 5-star, so I put a bit of time into her build. At the start of the game, it was just Raiden and Ayaka just hanging about, just, you know, clearing all the content, so I still quite like both of those characters to this day. Now, Blizzard Strayer. This is my best Blizzard Strayer set. I haven't gone back to farm Blizzard Strayer in a very long time though, but I think her pieces are really good. Starting off, we have 7 crit rate, 14 crit damage, 17 attack. You'll see this quite a lot through the build, but we have quite a lot of attack, which is why Miss Splitter might be better for her when we get it eventually. Next, I'm pretty sure we have the exact same piece. Yeah, 7, 14, 16 attack. Literally, like, I mean, they're pretty close to each other. Next, we have 2.7, 21 with 9.7 ER. Again, we were on this one, but I downgraded her a little bit. Also, I put her on set, though, so that I could offset a Goblet, or maybe Circlet, I'm not sure. I think it would have been Circlet, because Goblet is this one. No, it is this one, actually. 6.6 and 18. It's like a 30, you know. It's our best Cryo Goblet, I'm pretty sure. Maybe this one could be better, but I think... I don't know why I'm not on that, actually. Anyways, finally we have crit damage, crit rate, ER. That's it. So, anyway, her stats. We have 2.25k attack with 38 to 19 and 120 ER. I did used to struggle back in the day getting ER with this sort of, you know, build, but I usually just funneled with Rosaria, and now I just funnel with Escoffier, so it works. Also, if you didn't know, this crit rate's fine for these Blizzard Strayer characters, because you get so much crit rate from Resonance, and yeah, 20 here, 20 here. Like, this is great. I don't know what the exact, I think it's like 90, maybe it's 85 or 95, something like that. That'll be our actual crit rate. So yeah, pretty good build for Ayaka though. She's in the top like couple of percent in the world, I think, as well. So pretty good build. Okay, next we're moving on to someone I quite like, Clarint. Now, I quite like Clarint's design. I like her gameplay. I also like that she heals herself. She doesn't quite keep up as well as some of my other characters in terms of damage wise, but like I still enjoy playing her. So her build, I have her on the Black Sword, R3. This is the one Battle Pass weapon that I've been getting for a little while now, so that I could get a little bit more damage for her. Eventually I might get a weapon, not sure, we'll figure it out. Constellations, we have no constellations, and talents we are 1, 9, and 8. I do want to actually crown this at some point as well. Now, as for artifacts, she is my only character on Thundering Fury, and I think the pieces are really good. Let's have a look. Starting off, we have 16 crit rate, 5 crit damage, and some EM in there as well. This piece is pretty good, Can't complain too much. Next, we have a decent piece, 61 EM, attack, some crit value in there. I mean, it's all like decent, you know, this is what we want. Next is EM on set, 3.9, 33.4. Again, one of my highest crit damage pieces. This is a pretty good piece. It's like 40, low 40s on set as well, by the way. So yeah, happy about that. Next is the Electro Goblet, which is also on set. I don't know how we rolled this. It also wasn't a Sanctifying Elixir. This was a strong box. So this is a 40.4 crit value piece on set again. So look, my clearing build's actually pretty decent. And finally, we have crit damage, crit rate, EM. Not a bad build. So all up, she has 294 EM with a 94, 193. Her build is pretty good. I can't actually see exactly how good it is on Akasha because they don't have a leaderboard for the Black Sword, but like it's a really, really good build. But now we get into my top 5 favorite characters. And these are the ones that I use for pretty much everyday farming. A lot of these other ones I don't use a whole lot other than like some specific stuff. And coming in at number 5 is the good old Raiden Shogun. Now, Raiden is still one of my absolute favorite characters. She was my very first 5-star. She was one of the reasons I got into this game. So her build is been perfected over the years. Again, I don't use her that much anymore, but still, she still works. So we have Engulfing Lightning, her signature. We have actually the most constellations on anyone in this game that I have, C3. I don't think I'll ever C6 her. I think C3 is a good stopping point. I was going to do C2, but then I just went for C3, and yeah, I mean, we got a whole bunch of buffs from that. As for talents, she is also my only triple crown in the game, 10, 10, and 10. Now, as for artifacts, these things have been, you know, worked on over the years, and they're all pretty good. She gets the absolute best of the best emblem pieces I have. So let's have a look. Starting off, we have a 16.3 crit rate piece with 7.8 crit damage and 10 attack. That's a 40.4 crit value piece with that attack, by the way. So pretty good start to the build. Next, we have a decent piece, ER, attack. I mean, it actually is probably better than the last. I cannot complain about that in the slightest. Pretty much these two, basically these two are like perfect. I mean, technically this could be like an ER line, but like, look, cannot complain about either of these. Next, we have a pretty decent build. It's not amazing, but it works. You know what? No, I'll rescind that actually. It's a really good piece. 38.8 crit value with 5.8 attack. On set ER timepiece. You know what? I'm not going to play it down. It's a good piece. Next, we have a goblet, which we are still trying to get perfected, but all good. It's like a 30, you know, crit value. Again, I think I already reshaped it, or did I? I can't remember if I reshaped this or not. I think I did. And I mean, it's still, yeah, it's still mid. One day we'll reshape it again, and surely, or we could even Sanctifying Elixir a new one, but like I'm happy enough for now. And finally, we have crit damage, crit rate, and a 15.2 attack. This is good. It levels out our attack for us and gives us a pretty good ratio overall. So, her final stats, 1.6, almost 7k attack with a 61, 163. Oh, and 270 ER as well. Now, this is a pretty good build. It's definitely one of the best on my account. I could also, now that I'm looking at it, I could also get a little bit more crit rate, I think. That's the only thing I would mention. We definitely could, because it's not this constellation. It's, where is she? Kudrosara C6. I think, yeah, look. We get 60 extra crit damage. Ever since we got that C6, we should probably work a little bit more on crit rate, but look, I'm happy with the build. It definitely works. When you crit, perfect. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with the build. I haven't touched it in a little bit now, and you know what, it's good. So next, now we go on to one of my best built characters on my account, and someone I probably have used the most in the last like year or two, and that's Nuvalet. Now Nuvalet's build was scuffed for a very long time, but recently I actually fixed it, and it's now like one of my best built characters on the account. So let's have a look. He has his weapon, R1. We do also have C1, and C1's really good. It makes it so you don't have to run so many different elements, and also gives you like interruption resistance. Definitely very happy with that C1. Could even go for a C2 later on, but look, I think that's good for now. And talents, we are 10, 8, and 8. Now, artifacts. This is where we get pretty good. He has the best of the best Marasossi hunters. So let's have a look at these pieces then. Starting off, we have this. I think, by the way, this might be one of, if not the highest crit value on my account. In pure crit value, it's 45.9, which is only 4 crit value away from 50. So this piece cannot complain in the slightest. The only thing you can say is, I mean, it doesn't give me like flat HP, or sorry, HP percent, but like, I'm not going to nitpick. Next, we have a decent piece. It's nothing crazy. It basically needs to balance our build out because we just don't have enough HP. So 16 HP with some crit in there as well. It's definitely not bad. It was only 3 line, but look, it rolled all the lines into good stuff, and it has flat HP as well, which is like technically works. Next we have onset timepiece, which works as well. It's not amazing, it works. 10.5 crit rate, 12.4 crit damage. So it's only like low 30s, but look, it's nothing to complain about, honestly. Next we have Hydra damage bonus, and this is the one I changed to recently. Gives me 13.2 crit rate, a bit more crit damage, and a bit of HP in there as well. I did before have just like a whole bunch more crit damage, but the HP just turned out to be more useful. And finally, we have this one. This is the piece I changed to recently. I was running crit damage for so long, but we get so much crit damage from his weapon and all of our artifacts that HP works out to be a lot better here. Because this is a 42.9? No, 42.8 with ER in there as well. So I'm not upset about that in the slightest. So let's have a look at his stats. Now, all up, he has 39, almost 40,000 HP. It'd be higher if we put him in the team as well, but he's currently just sitting there, so it'll be like 40, I don't know, 42. And as for his stats, 59 to 52. This is really good. Again, adding 36 here, so it's what, like 96 crit rate? 96 to 52 with like 25 extra HP. Look, Nuvalet's definitely one of my strongest characters, especially since we have the weapon and the constellation as well. In terms of like damage over time, I think he's my strongest still. Other people have bigger bursts and stuff like that. Like Mavwicky's burst is probably stronger, but like him just like for a full rotation is definitely stronger. Now, Nuvalet was maybe one I was going to put at the top, but I think I've changed recently. There's a few characters I like more, even if they're not as strong. Actually, they're still very strong. I'm lying to myself. The first one we're going to look at is coming in at third, Arlecchino. Now, Arlecchino, I actually really like Arlecchino. Her playstyle is quite fun. It's also rewarding because you just have to play well. If you get hit, I mean, look, you're not getting healed, so good luck with that. As for her build, it's pretty good as well. I've recently changed. I was on the staff of Homer for a very long time, but look, it doesn't fit her aesthetic, but we just need that crit rate, honestly, so it works. Jadewinger's Spear will work for now. Eventually, we will get her weapon as well. We will get the Scythe. I just didn't have enough primos at the time, I think. But yeah. Instead, we did get C1 though, and C1's really good. It also gives her a whole bunch more interruption resistance, which I really like as well. I just like, yeah, I don't know. And then her talents are 10, 6, and 6. So pretty good. I don't think I'm going to get these any higher. These are just like skill damage and stuff like that. It doesn't actually help her damage a whole lot. Now, artifacts. She is on the 4-piece Fragment of Harmonic Whimsy. And this is one we're probably going to strongbox for in a bit, because it did come out to the strongbox. And the pieces are pretty good. 7.4 crit rate, 17.9 crit damage, and 13.4 attack. Cannot complain about that start. Not a bad piece. Next we have 10.5, 13.2, 17 attack. That's probably better than the last. Yeah, it's definitely better than the last. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's probably a bit better. But either way, both of those you can't complain about in the slightest. Next we have attack, and this one's, it's not amazing, but it's not bad. It's like a 33 crit value piece on set attack. So, I mean, look, I'm not complaining about that. It's fine. Goblet is pretty good. This is our best offset Pyro Goblet in the entire game. So it is a 40.4 crit value piece. And this is the reason why we needed so much attack on these pieces, is because we don't really get any from these. I mean, I know this is an attack piece, but like nothing here. And then finally we end off with crit rate, crit damage, and attack on set. I mean, it works. So all up, she has 2.3, almost 2.4k attack with a 9184.8. That is very good. The ratio perfectly like 1 to 2 as well. So look, I'm really happy with my Arlecchino. I also have a lot of fun playing her. I like her design. I mean, everything's just good about her, honestly. So that's why she comes in at number 3 for my characters at the moment. I say at the moment because they could definitely change by the next time I, re-rank them. Now, number 2 is, look, it could be a bit of recency bias. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. It's Skirk. I like her design. I like her gameplay. I just like everything about her. So Skirk is probably coming in at my number 2. Look, we give her a bit of time to cook as well, and she could even go higher, she could even go lower, I don't know. And as for her build's really good. So let's have a look at it. We do have her weapon, we got that one, so that's nice. We don't have any constellations, which, I mean, I'll explain in a second why. And talents are 8, 11, and 10. I am actually working on triple crowning her, I'm not even kidding. We'll do that eventually though, we'll do that very soon. So as for the reason why I didn't get any constellations, I did want C1, but she's on Finale of the Deep. Now, I pre-farmed the shit out of this set, and then I just decided to put her on it. Even though Marasasi would work with her, I like it better. We don't have to worry so much about crit rate either, and like it literally is not a damage loss in the slightest. My pieces are also just better on this set as well. Now, as I was saying, the constellations, I mean, apart from it costing money, of course, we don't have C1 because it doesn't work very well with, with this, which I was thinking of getting, but all good. Maybe when we change to Marasasi later, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So, her pieces. Now, you might notice she's on an offset flower. Now, the other pieces are just too good to change, I'm going to be real. So, we just given her a flower like this. For an offset flower, you might even be thinking it's not very good, and it just is what it needs to be. We need that attack, and we don't need much crit rate. It's basically like a balancing piece for us, this one. So it's fine. You'll see later why it like just sort of works for us. So next we have the feather, and this one's pretty decent. Again, like 30s, high 30s with attack in there as well. I mean, it's a pretty good piece. Next we have the timepiece, which is 17.1 crit rate, by the way. So it's like a 40 crit value piece. Maybe a little bit more, actually, on set as well. So yeah, look, we're not changing that. Next we have Onset Cry Goblet. Again, this one was a Sanctifying Elixir, and did I reshape? No, I don't think I reshaped. I think it was just a Sanctifying Elixir. And again, this is a 38.9 with attack in there as well. Look, not changing that, honestly. And finally, we have the last piece, crit damage and just crit rate. I mean, it's 16 almost crit rate, so look, we're not really going to change that. So that's the reason why we wanted so much attack on these other pieces, is because like we just needed it to balance the build out. Also because of this crit rate, where is it? No, not this one. We got a lot of crit rate on the build. We didn't need, especially with Cry Resonance, we didn't need a whole bunch of crit rate. So all up, she has 2.15k attack with a 81.92 at 12. Now keeping in mind, Cry Resonance, that goes up to 96 right there. So it's a 96 to 12. If we use her with Mona, which we don't use it a lot, her C4 gives her more crit rate as well. It's just like overcapped. Her build's actually really good. I'm pretty happy with it for the moment. I don't think I'll return to that domain to try and get it better either. I think we say, yep, we're good, and we move on from her. So I'm happy with that. Now, coming in at number 1 is my boy. Where is he? There he is. Kinich. Now, look, this is also subject to change, but Kinich has been my favorite over the last few months. His build's really good. His design, I really like his design. I also like his playstyle. I like the spin to win, I'm going to be real. So let's have a quick look at his build. We have the Earthshaker R5. I know I should get his weapon for him. I'll get it eventually. Constellations, we have C2 as well. He's the second highest constellations on my account. He's basically better for exploration and he does more damage on the first hit. And there's a few things it does, but it's good. That's all I'm going to say. Now, as for talents, we are 6, 10, and 8. Eventually, I don't know if we'll triple crown. All we need is this, honestly. And then artifacts, we are 4-piece obsidian codex. And he has the very best pieces. I did have Mavwika on the best pieces, and I was like, you know what? I don't like Mavwika as much as Kinich. I'll give him this. So, starting off, we have this one right here. 9.7, 14.8, 15 attack. Pretty good piece. Can't really get much better than that. Next we have, maybe we can get better than that, honestly. A little bit less crit rate, 7 and 14, but 21 attack? Dude, that's actually really good. It is also offset as well. It's an offset piece because our other pieces aren't really going to change. Next we have attack on set. It's not bad. No attack on this one. It's not bad. 10.1 crit rate and 12 crit damage. I mean, it's probably the worst piece on our build, but like it works. It definitely works. It's on set. And then next we have Dendro damage bonus, which is decent. Some attack, a lot of crit rate and some crit damage. It is on set, and we did use a sanctifying elixir for it. It doesn't say it on it because it was before the update, but it's decent. It's a decent piece. And then finally we end up on crit damage and crit rate, just raw those stats. So pretty good. So let's have a look. We get quite a lot of attack from him. Yeah, we're at 2.3k attack on Kinich, which is quite a lot. But our crit stats don't fall far behind. 58, 198. Keeping in mind, we get 40 crit rate from our artifact. So it's 98, 198. Really good build. And honestly, look, these top 5 characters are all interchangeable, honestly. I was thinking about even doing Nuvalet as number 1, but look, I like them all. By the next time I do an account review, it's probably, I don't even know who'll be first. It'll be someone in Nordcry maybe. Now, quickly before we go on to the showcase, let's have a quick look at endgame stuff. Now, Spiral Abyss is probably the easiest of the endgames, definitely for me as well. I haven't struggled in Spiral Abyss for a very long time. Yeah, look, I just really don't even have to worry. I just take whatever character's in and it sort of gets done. My characters are way too well built, and if I took in my best teams, which sometimes I do, it's just done in a minute. So Spiral Abyss hasn't been a challenge ever. Well, not ever, but in the last 2 years. Now, Imaginarium Theatre can actually sometimes be a little bit tricky because sometimes I don't have the characters they want built. But for the most part, look, I started going for actually all the stars at some point because I realized they give you extra rewards. They used to not. Believe it or not, they used to not give you extra rewards, but now 10 stars, or I think it's 9 stars gives you extra rewards. So now I start trying to do it. And sometimes I just don't have enough characters built. Like this one I had to do on hard mode because I didn't have enough characters built. But other than that, look, I just sort of half-assed it. But now that I know that you get extra rewards, I'm going to go for 9 stars. So look, we're going to get 100% on it. So it's fine. Eventually I'll probably try and get my characters up to level 70 so that I can at least complete the hardest mode. But look, we're doing pretty good there. I don't care too much about it. It's probably my least favorite of the end games. And this is where we move on to the last of the endgame modes. And this one is the newest. And look, I'm struggling right now with dire difficulty. So if you didn't know, this challenge basically has 5 difficulties. And then it has difficulty 6, which is for mega whales. It's incredibly hard. And I am close to being able to do it. But not quite. I don't quite have exactly what I need to get it done. This middle team, I can get it done. This middle team can do it with my C2 Kinich. And then this team is, look, we have to use Charlotte, who is, look at Charlotte, level 20. Basically, we don't have Shenhe, who we pretty much need here for just cryo application. We could maybe, if we min-maxed it, I've tried for hours. I haven't been able to do it yet. Whatever. And then this one is also scuffed because we got to use a scuffed Mavwika. Oh, I don't even know. We just don't have the team that we need for it, if that makes sense. But honestly, next cycle, if they let me, if they let me cook with my new Valette and maybe my Raiden, hold up. We can definitely do it. We just need to get, the right bosses. So, I mean, look, most of my characters are C0. Some of them are R1 as well. I think some people have managed to do it C0 R1, but, I haven't quite, but it's fine. Now, that's the endgame stuff, but we'll quickly have a look at my teapot before we go have a showcase. I don't know. Oh, God. Okay, hold up. Wait, don't look. Ah, that's better. This is my teapot. I mean, it's kind of just whatever. I have maxed out all of the Adeptal energy and stuff like that, so It's nothing crazy, I just have like a little thing in here as well. I copied it from someone, I didn't make it myself. As for any other things in the game, I don't think there's a whole lot I have to show left. I mean, Adventure Handbook's all, of course it's all complete, everything's good. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I've obviously also finished all the domains and other stuff like that, like the one-time clearance domains. So I think that's about it. Let's go on to the showcases though. This is quite good. I have gone up against a pretty neutral enemy who doesn't really resist any of my characters, so we can get like a sort of a comparison between them. I only gave it a couple of attempts though, so look, some of the clears are kind of scuffed. But I teamed up some of my characters together, so my 3 cryo characters, my 3 electro characters, and then a few more. So we have about 12 teams we're going to quickly showcase here. So let's start it off with our electro teams, Raiden, Vrisa, and who's the last Clorind, of course. Let's go. So my first 3 teams were the Electro guys, and Clorind is honestly falling a little bit behind these guys. She's not bad by any chance. I don't think this was her matchup, I'm going to be real. This wasn't where she shined, but she still got it done in just over 40 seconds. Now, as for Vrisa, she's a little bit stronger of a character. I do have quite a lot different levels of investment in all of these characters as well. So, look, it isn't really a great representation, but Vrisa is one of the strongest characters in the game. I didn't think she was when she came out. She was going to be this strong, but look, she could chop this guy up. She did it in just over 20 seconds, which is pretty fast. Although, she was nothing compared to the GOAT, Raiden Shogun, who I actually honestly thought was going to be quite a lot slower than this. I don't know why. I thought she'd fall off quite a bit harder, but C3 Raiden Shogun? Look, a burst and a few more attacks, and like, this guy was dead in, what, 15 seconds? Okay, on to the next 3. Now, all 3 of these DPSs were actually quite quick. Mavuika definitely being the quickest, even with her scuffed build, like her dodgy ass fucking build, still got it done in a burst and a normal attack. So, look, yeah, whatever, it's fine, she's strong, we know this. Next up was Arlecchino, who is one of my favourite characters to use. I may have pre-farmed her Bond of Life a little bit, but no one saw anything, it's fine. We did have to wait a second for his damage phase to come up as well, but like 5 attacks, 6 attacks, he was dead. So 13 seconds on that one. Not too bad. Kinich was the slowest of the 3. But look, I could have played it a little bit better maybe, I don't know. Kinich is still quite fun to play for me, but look, his first attack deals like the most damage and then the rest is just a bit slower. I still quite like Kinich though. It was done in 15 seconds, so not bad. Next we go on to the next 3, the Hydro guys. Oh, and Chaska. Now, Aito falls a little bit behind in this sort of content. He's not horrible, but look, he isn't as well built as the other characters, and he's a bit of an older DPS, but still, gets it done in 40 seconds. It's respectable, not amazing, but it works. Sure, Aito. Nuvalet was probably one of our strongest characters coming into this. He is quite good, over time though, so this was not a great showcase for him as, look, nuke damage was just preferred here for these bosses, so, but he's doing 85k ticks on this guy. I also did get hit once, and I did have I still have a good 15 seconds left in my rotation there. And last up we have Chaska, who is the honorary Hydro member here. She didn't really have 3 Electro characters to go with, so Look, Chaska still actually surprised me, even though her build, I mean, it's good, but she does quite well in this sort of combat. She took this guy down pretty easily in like one rotation. It was almost at the end of her rotation. He almost didn't die, but she did it, so yeah. Next up, onto the Cryo Girls. Now, first up we have Ayaka, who is decent here. I actually thought she would do a lot worse in this type of combat, especially with the boss moving around, but it wasn't too bad. I do want to say she probably got carried by Escoffia and Farina a bit, but look, she still does pretty good. Her burst did some good damage and he was dead in like 20 seconds, so not bad, honestly, not bad. Next up we had the Riz Boy, who... his build's a bit scuffed, he's also like a bit annoying to play, but look, we got it done. I could have also done rotations a bit better on him, but yeah, look, it kind of works. We started out with a burst and then we just sort of went into it. Our big damage is our charge attack here, so we do like, what, 116k there, but look, we need to sort of melt on those ones, which we did there. So it's pretty good, but his rotation's over very short. But we still got it done over here in just like 30 seconds. It was a bit scuffed at the end, but yeah, it works. And finally, this is the very last one we have to showcase. It is Skirk, who I actually pulled out Mona for this one. Her crit rate was like 110 as well. I didn't really care changing it. I didn't change any of her builds. So look, it just went kind of bonkers. One burst and like, yeah, he's dead. So she's pretty strong. Again, I actually didn't change anyone's build for this stuff, apart from switch Shungling over from like Deepwood to Emblem, but that was it. Also, I probably didn't play everyone optimally. I just did like a few runs and whatever came out best, I just chose. So, look, sort of gives you an idea of how strong my characters are compared to each other, but I thought it was just a bit of fun to put at the end of the video. Although we do have one last segment, and it's sort of an outro segment, but I was just going to talk about my future plans, for this account at least. I mentioned a bit earlier on, but as with the completionist activities, I want to get the archive done. I want to get a lot more complete in my inventory. I want to just get everything a lot more clean looking, if that makes sense. And keep, you know, as new regions and patches come out, keep finishing them up. As for characters, I think I just want to keep getting the characters new that I like, and I don't really want to go back for a whole lot of people. There's maybe a few weapons I want, but like not really anyone I want in here. So it's basically just get the new characters I want, build them to max, and yeah, same old. But I think that's really about it. I also am streaming like very often on Twitch, so if you want to come through to Twitch, come say hi. We are streaming 19 hours every day, real and true. Okay, yeah, I don't stream like every 3 days. Okay, I'm having fun though. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the yearly checkup on the account review. We'll do another one probably in a year. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye for now.